thanks for this sacred space. As I align with the Most High Divine wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Cleanse all of witches, misunderstood, all of which is uninvited. Bring into this space the Most High Holy Essence as it guides me along this path, along this journey. Allow all that I am to be realized as the Most High. Allow my tongue to be blessed with a sacred tongue, sacred script. Allow me to realize my Most High potential. Cleanse from this space all of which is ungrateful. Cleanse from all that I am, any guidance which is not of the Most High. And I allow my body to serve the Most High, to be a sacred temple of which only the most sacred practices take place. Only the purest action is taken. That I align all that is happening now with the journey envisioned by the highest, and that all of which is no longer serving is flushed, cleansed, banished, destroyed from all that I am. I give thanks in the highest form, which is infinite gratitude. And I cleanse all of which is unaligned, which is not of the vibration to express gratitude in the Most High form. Cleanse through me all of which is blocking the Most High transformation. I allow through me the guidance of the Dale. I allow through me the expression of my Most High Self and the destruction of all else. As I exert energy, allow it to only be harnessed through the Dale. Cleanse my mind of all thought patterns which are in line with the path of the Dale. Give thanks and allow true love to be all that I am experiencing in this moment. Through power of action, I manifest all which is divinely planted. And I cleanse from this space all of which is less than the Most High. Cleanse from my perception all of which is not perceived by the Most High. Cleanse from my expression all of which is unaligned with the Most High. And I give peace, offerings, sacrifice all of which is not divinely guided, divinely planned, divinely experienced. The sacred use of my willpower to serve the Most High good of all that is. In this moment, hi. Fan. I accept all that which is happening now. This is very sacred, blessed, course of action. And I surrender to the Most High force of all life, space, time, creation, to flow through all that I am. We manifest the Most High expression of love in this moment of now. Okay. Hi. I'm so inspired to sit into my makeup. I have an idea for something really pretty. I'm just gonna allow myself to be guided and speak from the love of the Most High. Create from the love of the Most High. Be present in only the Most High experience. I'm gonna clip my hair away, and today I'm gonna start with my face, then move to my eyes. Okay. My face is clean and everything, and I have been moisturized and everything. This is Ruby Kisses Pore Minimizing Face Primer that I am putting on my hair canvas. I think I want to go like absolute glam, like a full face glam vibe, and then a really like eccentric that's the word that's coming, eccentric eye look, to express the imagery of my highest potential so far in my life. More water. I'm going to start by using this RK by Kiss HD concealer and foundation in the color Fawn to conceal my face. So recently my psychic senses have been extremely sensitive. I mean, I think they're always sensitive, but I have kind of reached a new level of self-discovery and also self-trust, to where I have accepted that my abilities are divinely gifted to me, and that everything I perceive through my psychic abilities, through my psychic senses, is for my highest good. This is a major step, okay, in my like evolution of self, because the brain is taught to only perceive reality as all that is physically experienced through the physical senses, like the eyes, the nose, the hands, and it has been programmed. It's a lot of programming, you know, that has to be kind of overcome. And so now when I'm using, it looks a little monstrous, okay? It's my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Normal to Oily Foundation in the color Warm Coconut 365. And I'm just putting this right on top of the mixture of the fawn that I put on first. and creating like my own kind of shade here. The brain is taught to perceive reality only through the physical senses. And so when you are kind of born with the ability to perceive beyond that which is physically happening, it is definitely going to take some time to realize that you are intended to value that which you perceive honestly even more than what you sense in the 3-dimensional world. Technically 4-dimensional, because time as another dimension, and it becomes not only something that the brain is told to sense, but to fear. And I'm just using a flat brush like this to kind of blend it all in to my face. But the thing is, when you have psychic abilities that aren't fully understood and kind of respected, then it can do a lot of damage to your ability to communicate with not even just like the world you live in, like the people you see, the people you know. It also makes it hard to communicate with your higher self, because one of the main forms of communication that your higher self will use to be in contact with you is your extrasensory perception. Simply because the material realm is full of illusion, and it can be hard to find God in this world of which is physical. So now I'm using Cool Tan Allegro Pro Conceal to go under my eyes and get in there and really highlight, because I like a really bright under eye. And there's also this sort of belief in God, right? Belief in the divine. I believe that God, in the most high definition, is nature. And I believe the personality of God, in the most simple definition, is the nature of reality. The capacity it has to be infinite, to be experienced by all, yet understood by none, realized by some, denied by many. But I had to come to realize that the nature of reality is the purest expression of love that can be understood by man. And then I'm just gonna blend this out. I honestly want to do brows. I don't normally do brows. And then I'm gonna take some on top of my lid here to act as like a base coat. When it comes to makeup, it's really all about discovering your way. What works for you, not what the professionals are saying must be done. What makes you feel like an artist, and then stick to that, because that is beauty. Whatever comes natural, that is how you find God, by pouring more faith into the expression of your creativity. I'm gonna leave my nose like that, a little bit unblended. And then I think I'm gonna take a break from my face. And I'm going to take this Perfect Eyebrow Pencil. It's by Absolute New York. And it's in the color black. And I'm going to fill in my brows. You know, I believe all have some sort of psychic ability, some sort of extrasensory perception. I think it manifests differently for all. I don't think everyone sees visions and stuff like that, or has like telepathic powers or any of that nature. I don't think everyone is necessarily empathetic either. I think everyone has their strengths. Everyone was born with a way to communicate and experience the world that is supernatural, because life is supernatural. I think extrasensory perception, it's very interesting because the way that it's coming to me, like intuitively through my like inner guidance, is extrasensory contact as opposed to extrasensory perception. Contact. What is the definition of contact? How can it be extrasensory? Let's see. Fangirl things, contact. The state or condition of physical touching. A connection for the passage of an electric current from one thing to another, or a part or device by which such a connection is made. The state or condition of communicating or meeting. Communicate with. So it's like everyone has the ability to get in contact with their highest self through some sort of, I want to say, supernatural way of experiencing reality. So for me, I daydream like nobody's business. I daydream like nobody's business. And the thing about it is, like, I have foreseen events of the future and then watched them manifest before my eyes before, and have had trouble. And now what I'm doing is I'm using the original concealer that I used, the RK by Kiss, and I'm using that on my hand to clean my brow up. So anyways, I used to deny the perfection of my like vision, and deny that what I was like, the visions that I would see were the intelligence of a greater mind. Deny that what I was perceiving was extrasensory contact with the most high version of myself. I used to deny that my psychic abilities were working for my highest good in the present moment of now, and that all of which I perceived was intended to be interpreted as what is happening now, all that is happening now. But there again, like I said, this kind of concept of time being a thing that defines reality, or more so I should say, being a thing that defines what is happening in the present moment. That if something in your perception is happening through sort of a psychic sense, then it must be in the future, or must be of the past, or must be of some other time than now. And I'm not talking about like sort of anxiety created visions, but even then, you know, still the use of the imagination. Anxiety is just in a way that does not benefit your highest good, only fears that your highest good will no longer be an experience. But when it comes to brows, sometimes you can have to go back and forth. When my brows aren't clean, they kind of become way more like thick, but that's okay, you know. So the brain is programmed to perceive time as a construct of reality that defines whether what you are experiencing through your awareness is possible. But I think it's more of like understanding that time is infinite and that it moves not only in a linear direction. The time can travel forward, it can travel back, it can travel up, it can travel down, it can travel in the present moment. It can bring you to eternity, or it can take you to a space where nothing is happening at all, where there's just complete and total isolation. Even though you see people around, you still feel like you're the only one. That's an experience I have frequently. That's why I know it so well. My brows are like giving two different expressions. This is why I don't normally fill them in anymore. It's just not really like my thing anymore, but they're pretty. They're gonna look better when I brush them out. And I'm gonna go under my eyes again with this LA Girl Pro Conceal in Warm Honey to kind of brighten me up just a little bit more. And then honestly, I think I'm gonna go down here. And it's also like I've realized that a lot of what I perceive is not intended to be interpreted by me, and to allow the creator kind of this heightened sense of self, the creator of this kind of heightened experience of all that I am, to explain to me what is happening, what it is that I'm viewing, what it is that I'm seeing, what does it mean, how am I supposed to relate it to the current state of my mind, to the current experience I'm having of all that I am. A lot of it honestly is like self-love, to no longer like ignore your extrasensory perception, because I genuinely believe it was meant to guide us into a greater path, the things that we perceive. I'm going to take my Luxury Baking Powder by Makeup Evolution in the color Banana to kind of bake and set my face down in place. It is currently 2:45 a.m. I do a lot of spiritual practices that helps me to advance consciously, because I am exercising the divinely gifted and guided talents and abilities that I have been guided towards by the Most High, creator of all life. And I pray consistently. I meditate as a way of living. It is literally a part of my religion to do daily prayers, daily meditation, all of which my higher self guides me through. For instance, I am a tarot reader. In many ways, I do it professionally because it is my work, it is my calling. Although I do not share with the world, that is also a part of like the sacred, I want to say, essence of my calling. I feel as though, and I do as I am told, when I am told, you know, and it's really just about like flowing with your higher self as they provide you with guidance in the present moment. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking my RK by Kiss 3-Day Contour Powder Palette, and I'm taking this shade here that is similar, that's the closest to my skin tone in this palette, and I'm just using that to kind of tone down the powder that I just put on there. and also to blend it away and to sort of tone down the rest of my face. A lot of the life that I'm manifesting, the lifestyle that I'm manifesting, is 100% divinely inspired. And I had to realize that the life I think I want to live is not true to my purpose on earth. I really like how that kind of like created like a sort of natural like contour moment there. Okay, baby, do your thing. And so I realized that a lot of my daydreams were my extrasensory contact with my higher self, kind of letting me know what I have already achieved through being all that I am now. And so the blessing there is that I realize, that a lot of what our higher self, I like how she's looking. A lot of what our higher self is asking of us is not the impossible. And I say that because half of the work is already done for us when we are infused with inspiration and, the desire to use our creativity to express who we are, to bring our dreams into reality. It's like we are already gifted with desire to express. A lot of the times we are already gifted with imagery of being able to see the realization of our dreams. And so now what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just going to go in with my eyeshadow now and keep talking. Let's see, I know exactly what I want to do, so I think I'm just gonna do it. What brush we're gonna use? I think I'm going to use my Masquerade Mini by Juvia's, and I'm going to take this Zobo color. It's this purple here. Okay, I'm gonna take this brush here, and I'm gonna go into the Zobo color to start us off and just place that all over my crease area and go a little, yeah. The brush is kind of wild, so this is just to give us a start. And I'm literally just focusing it here in my crease area, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite eye. So in the tarot, there is many different suits. There is cups, there's wands, there is pentacles, and there's swords. And then there is a major arcana, which is universal themes that are personified by a singular card, although the entire system of tarot is a universal principle summed up into a deck of cards. But for the wands, there is a king of wands, right? In each suit there is a king, there's a queen, there's a knight, there's a page. Then there is a chronological sort of order that suit goes in. And so I was talking about the King of Wands, and he is very much so the father of the imagination, really, is what I want to say, because the wands and the tarot represent creativity, inspiration, desire, that fire that really makes you follow your dreams, that really ignites you inside. This is so freaking pretty. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna venture I'm going to use a brush like this, and I'm going to go in with this Makita. Take that into my crease. It's a very shimmery, dark purple kind of color. And I'm going to take it into my crease here to deepen that. You see what that's doing? Let me get closer. How it's kind of changing it. Oh, that's so freaking pretty. So the King of Wands, I would say, is like the father of the imagination, you know? The father of like vision, of making the dreams come true, of like realization, you know? Because he has a vision, right? And he has a vision of the most high potential. And that's why he's the king. He is able to lead people to their highest potential simply because he has been able to fully utilize what I want to say is his psychic senses as a tool that is intended to guide the awareness to the state of living in a greater mind and in a higher reality. That's so pretty. So the King of Wands, you know, I realized that like in this dream, this vision that he has is intangible. It only happens in his imagination. The fact of the matter is that his dream is being king, right? Being the King of Wands is the King of Wands dream. The way he has been able to bring this dream into full manifestation, right, is through the embodiment of his vision, meaning he has been able to fully and consciously, experience this dream as all that is happening now in the present moment, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Like, he doesn't just perceive his vision of his highest potential to be in the future. No, he perceives it to be right now, and he fully embodies this vision, and he allows it to be fully like and wholeheartedly experienced by him. And this is how he manifested his queen. This is how he manifested everything, because he chose to believe that his vision, right, his sight was gifted to him by a greater intelligence, by a greater mind, by force of pure divinity, like a divine source of life, a divine source of inspiration. And that what he was perceiving, right, from this source was all that is possible for him to become right now. And so instead of him perceiving his daydreams and his visions and all that he was experiencing through his psychic senses, right? Instead of him seeing it as something that is in the future, he started seeing it as today, now, in this moment. This is what's happening to me. Although my physical reality looks like XYZ, the vision that I have, all that I am perceiving is the true nature of my reality in the mind of the Most High. And so he made a sacrifice to go through the journey, right, of having faith in his visions and no longer living his life based on some kind of programmed belief system or through his physical senses. He started living it through his imagination. And this naturally began to align all that he was experiencing in the physical world with the image, right? The imagery that was divinely kind of planted as a seed in his mind. He began to water it through consciously choosing this as his experience. and sacrificing the need to live in the physical world using his physical senses, he began to live in the world of his dreams, of his imagination, and that's how he became the King of Wands. That's my, story. So now, this is the Saharan by Juvia's, and I'm gonna take Sokoto, this red color here. I'm looking for almost like a sunset, and I'm gonna take this on top of like DC, on top of the purple, and I'm gonna blend it all the way up into my brow, all the way up. And I'm gonna really make that color pop. I have 21 Savage in my head now. I haven't listened to 21 Savage in so long. Oh my goodness. Okay, Shawn Mendes is on tour right now. And I'm so happy for him, because I know he loves tour. And I'm just like, the universe knows for a fact that if I ever see Shawn in person, I would literally die and reincarnate as his heart. like I would literally die. I would just be like flatline for a moment and then like come back, and like all I would be is just like his truest lover. And I've been doing pretty good, I've been trying to like low key, like in its highest, I want to call it like a fast from Shawn Mendes because I can really consume, okay? I'm gonna go into this Nika K palette that's like matte old, and I'm gonna take this orangey color here, and then I'm gonna blend it in this region into my brow, literally. I don't even want to say if, when I do see Shawn. I don't even have tickets to his Wonder Tour because I'm just like, seeing Shawn in like full effect would genuinely like drastically alter the neurological kind of like chemistry of my brain. I don't even know if what I said just made sense, but like, yeah, like I literally would not be the same person anymore. My brain's chemistry is already altered just being a fangirl. And I'm like kind of gonna like blow this side out so that it's not like harsh or anything. And I genuinely believe that Wonder totally should have got a Grammy, but I shall digress. This man is a musical genius. He is the most high form of love in my life. Like, I am the most high form of love in my life, and so is Shawn in reality. And I have yet to see him in concert, but I'm telling you, like, there's a reason. Like, the universe knows that I will legit like disappear into like dreamland of like where all the Shawn Mendes fangirls kind of like, it's their afterlife. Like on earth, like when they experience Shawn and they like kind of like die a little bit, and then they like experience like the afterlife where it's just only Shawn exists. Yep, that's me. I'm one of those girls. I take my fangirlism professionally, okay? And I genuinely value like my love for Shawn. Like, that's why sometimes I take a little fast, because I'm like, social media can only do but so much, you know? Zoe 101 theme song is playing in my head. Do you see me standing here? Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm gonna go back in with that purple and deepen it up. Kind of girl. I don't know the words. See my world. If you wanna play, come and play today. Let's just get away. Yeah. Okay. I'm leaving the center of my lid bare intentionally. Yeah, get some of that purple back in there. Take it a little bit higher for me because I want it to be seen, you know, because of the hooded eye. So I have to take it higher than my crease. Because if I don't, it'll be like just red. We want our intentions to be clear. You know, I think my verse, like my very first celebrity crush was Zendaya. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was obsessed with Zendaya when I was in like middle school. Some years of my high school experience, and then, you know, high school kicked in and I stopped like caring about everything in life. But there was an entire moment in my life where like I swore like Zendaya was my soulmate, yo. But in reality, I swore a lot of people was my soulmate. And maybe in many ways they were, you know. They helped me discover something about myself that clearly they personified because I loved them. So, and then I'm not even gonna add anything onto that brush. I'm just gonna take it and blend, 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 blend it all together like that. Yo, the Zoe 101 theme song is literally playing in my head, like, and I cannot stop it. She's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to kind of look up the lyrics. One of my favorite, like probably, yeah, my top social media platform is Pinterest. Nothing compares. Pinterest is so like, I think one of the only social media platforms that is most sincere to how the universe communicates with our awareness, and like where we place our awareness and how it like responds to the energy that we put in. Because your timeline isn't just like only the people that you follow. It's literally like ideas that you attract based on where you place your energy, based on like what you are consciously kind of manifesting in your boards. It literally attracts more of that. And I'm just like, you go Pinterest, like, yes. Enlighten me, raise my consciousness. Zoe 101 lyrics. Okay, it's called Follow Me. Okay, she says, are you ready? I know you see me standing here. Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today? Ooh, I'm just another kind of girl, and you want to see my world. Oh, so come and run away. If you want to play, come and play today. Let's get away. Oh, that's not what I thought she was saying. I thought she was saying, unless you're scared or something. I will make you see all of the things that you can be. Believe in yourself, come follow me. Whoa, absolutely, Jamie. I feel that. Yes, girl. Okay, now we're kind of done with the main part of the shadow. I think I'm gonna do, I don't think I want to do under eye, but I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in with my Athena face painting palette, and I'm going to take this yellow here, this like neon, and then I'm just gonna go here on my eyelid. It's also like once you find your way, or more so I've learned that as you practice consistent prayer, you know, you pray for like a divinely guided and gifted sort of experience of reality. There will be many changes in your behavior, the way you express who you are, because you know, are pretty much sanctifying your experience. And at least for me, I genuinely only desire to experience the most holy expression of myself. It's the Saharan Bajuvi's I'm taking this gold color and just like plopping it on there, you know, without care. Going back into my Masquerade mini palette and taking that purple and putting it on top and then blending it out around the edges to give us this effect, you know, of like sunrise, I guess. And I'm gonna kind of really do my best to deepen that in the crease area and then really kind of blend that bad boy out. Go back into the Saharan and take the red and kind of go on the very top and then blend everything into one with the red and make the red pop a little bit more. I have this thought in my head telling me to put green on my other eye, so I'm gonna do it. I don't know what it's gonna amount to, but I'm gonna take this Mali green from my Masquerade palette and I'm gonna put that here because for some reason that's where it wants to go. So I'm gonna flow with the flow. I ain't gonna fight the river, the stream. It's cute, you know, pretty. I'm gonna go back in with more purple from that same palette and deepen that crease. Make it super duper purple. And then I'm gonna go back in with more red from my Saharan palette and blend it together from my crease to my brow bone. Really get in there, you know, blend it all together, blend it all together. I'm going to take a smaller bristle brush and I'm going to go into this palette and I think I'm going to take this dark blue and highlight my inner corner. Take some of this blue into this area just to blend it and make it kind of one moment. And it's gonna kind of create this sort of green illusion. I'm just gonna take a brush and just put that, just throw everything as one, you know, like that. I'm gonna bronze now. I think I want to kind of keep this sort of harsh line on my bronzer. Your makeup doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to match your mood. And apparently, I feel like this. I'm taking my Nika K palette. I'm taking a very warm brown and just like connecting the edge of my eyeshadow to the bridge to my nose and then blending it in the very beginning to kind of make it all one. I kind of want it to be a little heavy, my nose, and I want my cheek to be much more bronzy. Really get that chin area. Blush. I think I'm gonna go with a red and just right on the apples of my cheek, like just like that, and then blend it out. And you want to like get rid of that sort of line of demarcation there just a little bit, just by like blending it effortlessly. That's how you kind of get an effortless kind of look. I'm gonna apply just a little bit more, again, balls of my cheek, and then blend using the product that I just added. And it's really gonna flush color in that space, you see, to feel that kind of gap between where I placed my baking powder and where I contoured. Boom. And then blend like nobody's tomorrow, okay? Then I'm gonna put some on my nose like that, blend down here. And now I'm going to set my face using this Perfection setting spray. And just basically like take a shower. in the setting spray, and then you want to take your sponge and dab like nobody's business, okay? Because what you kind of are doing are picking up like all of the excess makeup and then blending your face into one face. And then before your brows dry, you want to take your spoolie and brush those hairs upward like so. And this will just naturally kind of set them in place. You can also use gel if you'd like, but I find that it works the same with the setting spray. And if you're going somewhere, I would definitely suggest gel. Okay, now I'm gonna do my lips. And I'm gonna take this bold lip liner by NK Makeup in the color brown. And I'm gonna line my lips. I used to like not overline my lips, but then I realized that like it's not really about making my lips bigger because my lips are already like kind of big. Well, full, I should say. My lips are already full. It's more about like defining the literal outline of my lips, so that when I put on my lipstick, it like you can tell where my lips end and where they begin. See like how it kind of makes my lips pop a little bit more, like my natural line of my lips pop. I mean, I know other people do this to make their lips fuller, but I just want to say my explanation. I'm gonna take this 3D Contour Artist Cream Palette, and I'm gonna take one of these colors, probably this one. No, this one, this like brown color here with my finger, and do like that. And it creates like this really pretty brown moment on my lips. And then you wanna deepen the liner, bring that color back. Just gotta go with the flow. I think my eyeshadow is actually really like a party. Then I'm gonna take this Mango Butter lip gloss and pretty much put it right in the center of my lip like that, and then do that. Crack myself up sometime. And then like you want to take your lip, your upper lip, and kind of hit it with your top lip. It'll really make your top lip pop out. I'm not really a fan of this combination, so I'm gonna go in with it just a tad like lighter from this cream contour palette, just a hint lighter, and dab in the center, and then do like that. And then I'm gonna take this like color corrector color and also dab that in the center to give it like a pink moment. Do you see what's happening here? I'm putting that color corrector there in the center, and it's like the perfect shade for what it is I desire. Perfecto. I feel like a 90s supermodel. 90s supermodel look. Maybe that's what we'll call this instead of Euphoria, because it's not really giving Euphoria vibes to me anymore. I really kind of fell in love with the eyeshadow. You know, it's very free and colorful and so pretty and unique, like me. Okay, we've reached the end. This is the final makeup look. This is my highlights and things. Okay, this is the end. This is the final look. Thank you so much for watching and being here with me and making it to the end. And I'll see you soon, okay?